Good morning, Unity of Pompano. Good morning. So lovely to see all of you here. How are we? Just say good. Are we good? Are we well? Yes. Thank you so much for being here. Come on in. 1, 2, 1, 2. Standing outside the door of love and mercy, you wondered if there's a place there for you. You know there's peace inside, but you're still searching. Someone who understands the pain that you've been through. Well, the door's unlocked, the lights are on. What are you waiting for? Come on in, welcome home. You are loved, you belong here now. No matter where you've been, come on in. You'll find a place of rest in the arms of spirit. God's waited so long for your homecoming day. God knows the peace you seek and the hurt you're feeling. Spirit wants to hold you and to wipe your tears away. Well, the Father waits with open arms. God is calling out your name. Come on in, welcome home. You are loved, you belong here now. No matter where you've been, come on in. So there's room enough in the house of love for someone just like you. Oh, come on in, welcome home. You are loved, you belong here now. No matter where you've been, come on in, welcome home. You are loved, you belong here now. No matter where you've been, come on in. Oh, come on in, welcome home. You are loved, you belong here now. No matter where you've been, come on in, welcome home. You are loved, you belong here now. No matter where you've been, come on in. Good morning.
And good morning, everybody. It's so good to see every one of you here. I look forward to chatting a little more after the service. I'm Bev Spivey, spiritual leader. James McCoy, our music director, heading for the audio board.
Good morning. Won't you please welcome Mr. John Rose at the piano this morning. We have the incorrigible Jeff Renza at the drum set. And this week we have another very special guest. It's her first time with us here this morning. Won't you please welcome Miss Laura Hernandez.
Well, I was thinking of doing a little treasure hunt, but then we'd have little slips of paper scattered everywhere and nobody would want to pick them up. So just do your own private little treasure hunt today and see what you notice around the facility that might be new. You notice anything new, James?
I did.
What?
You really want me to say?
Yeah, we got to tell him.
Have you noticed the new doors? Did you notice the new door next door as well? I got to tell you, we have such good taste here, don't we? We really do. Yeah, it's very well done.
We're blessed with 3 designers in our congregation.
Yes, who have excellent taste.
And just added yesterday by our wonderful Jim Anderson is a sign above the library door now that Sally gifted to us. It says, "You are the light of the world." So on the way to Fellowship Hall, take a look at that. James, did you know we're on a journey?
We are. In 2015.
Yeah, just
Yep.
this year.
Yes, it is 2015, so.
I don't know what we'll do next year. We're on a spiritual discovery here. And that may be news to you, but we gather here together to help each other get new insights, take ourselves up to the next notch of happier living, and just grow and transform and enjoy community together. So that being said, let's take our vision statement together. Centered in God, we create an ever-expanding spiritual community of one. And our mission, we are a spiritual beacon of inspiration, abundance, and enlightenment. And let's take that idea into prayer this morning. As we take a breath together and enjoy the coolness of our beautiful sanctuary and the warmth of our congregation this morning, coming together. New faces, familiar faces. Here we are to share in this time of love and acceptance and appreciation. So we make an effort to clear everything else out of our mind today, to be here now and to be more at Unity of Pompano. And so it is. Amen. And let's all stand together and sing, "Pour Yourself in Me."
Let's get the blood flowing this morning. It's right here. Yeah, that's it. I've always considered this song a Unity classic. We got it from the Agape Choir out there in Los Angeles. Maybe you know this one. Let's sing together. Pour yourself in me, pour yourself into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit. And again, pour yourself in me, pour yourself into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit. Sing your song in me, sing your song into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit. Sing your song in me, sing your song into my heart. Oh, let's go up. Pour your joy in me, pour your joy into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit. Pour your joy in me, pour your joy into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit. Let's go up again. Shine your light in me, shine your light into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit. Shine your light in me, shine your light into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit. Pour yourself in me, pour yourself into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit. Oh, wonderful Spirit. Oh, wonderful Spirit.
Well, if you're here for the very first time, we want to make a special warm welcome to you and ask that you would raise your hand, please. We just have a brochure to give you. Welcome.
Welcome.
That brochure will tell you about the Unity Movement and about this Unity Center. It has our contact information on the back to contact the office by email or phone. Also, if you can go to our website, unitypompanobeach.org. We keep that up to date on a weekly basis, almost on a daily basis. So that's where you can refresh your mind with what the announcements are and what's going on. So we want to welcome you. There's a contact form in that brochure that you can put your email and your information, and we keep in touch by email. So invite you to do that. Prayer slips are in the chair backs. They are blue. Are they still blue? Somebody look. Do you see blue? Okay. We have a prayer chest in the narthex. You never know around here. Things do change. We have a prayer chest in the narthex. That's the lobby area. We bring it forward during the prayer time and return it again. So that's where you can deposit your prayer requests before service or after. If you want to just sit there and write something out, you may just put it in the offering plate. But we have a team of chaplains who dedicate themselves to praying with you during the week about your prayer requests. So do take advantage of that. The chaplain coffee and refreshments. The board and I will be there, and we want to share some great news. And now that we have the first quarter of 2015 behind us, we want to share what we envision for the rest of the year, and guarantee to be a fun and exciting time and a short meeting. But this is how we get our news out to all of you who are feeling that this is either your community, your spiritual home, or if it has the potential. Anybody is welcome to stay for our town hall. We also have everybody invited for Tuesday nights as we do our terrific Tuesday night on Bible study. Now, the group last week, we had a terrific 28 attendance, I think, and wow, did we get some heavy-duty, in-depth information, right? Everybody that was there? Woo! Cynthia Roberts has really combed through the facts and sharing with us, because this is a Unity curriculum course. You don't have to take it for Unity credit, but we want to present that course material for those who may decide to take it for credit or who are signed up for credit. So the heavy-duty part is past, about how the Jesus teaching ideas of what we've been taught about what Jesus taught, how that all developed through the centuries. And now we're going to dig a little more into the Bible scriptures and be looking about what we think Jesus was saying and what his life was representing. So come on out and explore the Gospels with us. Come a little early so you can socialize and have some snacks, and we'll start at 7 p.m. and finish at 9. Next Sunday, Lori Cardona will be with us. She's a friend of mine. She is an interfaith minister. She's also started a seminary this year so that we have a local seminary for interfaith studies in Fort Lauderdale. And she's going to be speaking to us about the bumpy road of enlightenment. She's a delightful person, and I know you'll enjoy her sermon with us next Sunday. And then following, we will have a light lunch, as we always do, before a workshop. And Dawn Maslar, who's called the Love Biologist, will be here for a workshop on finding and maintaining love through science. So this applies to not only relationships in your life, it applies to self-love and just feeling that sense of joy that we also call love in everyday life. So plan to stay for that. And I also want to invite you to continue to come to Power Hour every Sunday morning at 9:30. That's where we get into good discussion and work on the concepts of the spiritual life and the spiritual journey. And then lastly, we have daily words on sale. The new issue will be for May and June, $6. Yeah, we discount it. Cover price is now $6.95. It's a deal. Now, if you don't want to spring for the $6 for a hard copy, you can go to dailyword.com every day and read it online for free. But some of us like to hold it in our hand and go back and forth throughout the book. You can also sign up for a digital version. So Harold has put this slide together for us to see the many ways you can read Daily Word, and it's our inspiration that most of us use on a daily basis. It's a good place to start your day. So I believe that concludes all of our wonderful announcements. Shall we sing? Let's stand and greet each other.
Weave us together, weave us together in unity and love. Weave us together, weave us together, together in love. Let's sing together. Weave us together, weave us together in unity and love. Weave us together, weave us together in the real love. Weave us together, weave us together in unity and love. Weave us together, weave us together, together. Let's all sing. Weave us together, weave us together in unity and love. Weave us together, weave us together, together in love.
Good morning, Unity family. I'm Denny Reed, and I'll be reading the daily word for today, which is entitled Freedom. While on my daily walk, I enjoy the freedom of the outdoors. I see freedom in a robin's flight. I hear freedom in the rhythm of the rain. I feel freedom in the wind's warm caress. It occurs to me that, like the robin and the rain and the wind, I am an expression of freedom. Regardless of my circumstances, I choose to affirm freedom. I experience freedom from within my mind, body, and soul. My unlimited spirit can never be bound by outer conditions. One cannot bind peace, joy, or love. I express my spiritual gifts with every thought of forgiveness, every moment spent with a friend, and every word of kindness. As I share my gifts, I experience liberation. I am free right where I am. And the scripture today is from Galatians. For you were called to freedom, brothers and sisters.
As the prayer chest comes forward, as is our practice every week, we'd now like to begin a time of prayer and meditation by singing together, "Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place." Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel the this mighty power and this grace. There's a holy hush around us. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel this mighty power and this grace. There's a holy hush around us. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place.
Let us move into this quiet time now, letting your eyes close and feeling rest come over your body. Let's take a deep breath together. Blow that out. Maybe take another deep breath and blow that out. Notice how you can relax from the top of your head down through your face. Let your jaw relax and into your neck and your shoulders. Feel relaxation there. Release any tension that you might have been holding this morning. Let relaxation flow on down your arms and through your torso. Let your hands be unobstructed by anything that they may have been holding, and just let your hands rest on the arms of the chair or perhaps in your lap. As you feel relaxation come on down through your legs, right into your feet. As you feel yourself planted to this earth, without ever thinking about how we're spinning through space in velocities that we can't even really imagine. How miraculous and yet mysterious is the spiritual life, and yet we gather here to know that that is the truth of our being. We indeed are spiritual beings. Let's breathe into that right now and use this time to bypass your personality, whoever you have learned to be and built yourself to be, all of the wonderful things and those things that you feel are flaws or that you would like to change. That's just what we use to get around through life. Go beyond that now to your spiritual core, to where you feel freedom. Release whatever may be bogging you down today. Even release the things that you may be excited about. Feel that sense of freedom. Freedom coming from your soul. Freedom in your spirit. Freedom to choose. Freedom to be. As God life breathes your body and operates your physical processes, we take this time to know that indeed, whether we have challenges in health or relationships or employment or housing, whatever we may feel as a challenge, we move to this state of being where we know God is with us. And there are solutions, and there are good possibilities. And in that we experience freedom. Freedom. Let us take some quiet time now in the silence as you continue to push beyond your personality and the thoughts in your mind about now and today. Just let yourself float in a place of your true beingness, a place that is at peace with God and fully free. For a few moments in the silence, allow freedom to flood your being in the silence, in the silence. Become familiar with this feeling of calmness and peace and freedom so that you can go there when you feel troubled, when you feel upset, when you feel distress in your day. Detach from that and call forth your freedom to be and live and move and have your being fueled by the power of God and the solutions in the unlimited field of all possibilities. And so we say, thank you, God. Thank you, God, for these insights, for the many ways that we learn about freedom. And so it is. Amen. And let us continue this prayerful state by closing with the Alleluia chant.
I've had my share of hurricane sorrow, moments of sadness and lonely despair. I've been down on my knees, begging like please, take this burden I bear. I embrace this pain that I feel. It's birthing me into a greater way of being. I'm ready to receive all the gifts the soul may bring. I've got a falling as these clouds are lifting. No loss I try to run from these battles, but each time I circle to where I began, seem to move on till the learning is done. So teach me the perfection there. I embrace this pain that I feel, for I know it's birthing me into a greater way of being. I'm ready to receive all the gifts the soul may bring. There's a deeper sense within of God unfolding. My light is growing as these clouds are lifting. They're lifting me, raise me up to the next glorious mountain. I will love each valley and peak. Yeah, there will be a new me for certain. Every step, every turn, my God's waiting there. My greatness in there. This pain that I feel, for I know it's birthing me into a greater way of being. I'm ready to receive all the gifts the soul may bring. All this a deeper sense within of God unfolding. My light is growing. There's peace in knowing, and these clouds are lifting me. I know these clouds are lifting me. I'm grateful for gifts the storm may bring. I know these clouds are lifting me. I'm grateful for the gifts the storm may bring. I'm so grateful, 'cause I know these clouds are lifting me, and I can't love the rain, my love, man. Oh, glad we pray, 'cause I know these clouds are lifting me. I'm praying faithful forget the storm may bring. Thank you. Thanks.
That's Laura Hernandez.
Well, I might need to convince you a little bit today about the storms lifting you. What do you think? We've certainly all experienced storms in our life. And why is it that some people handle it so much better than others? Are you envious of the ones that can just breeze through? Or those of us that have been learning to breeze through? Are we getting tired of apologizing for breezing through easier than somebody else? Well, I thought we'd take a look today because whether you do it consciously or unconsciously, there is a process of dealing with the storms of life. And so this monthly theme has been on positive attitude. Let's remember the affirmation by saying it together. I am an open channel through which the healing, prospering currents of God's life, power, and joy are now flowing. Can you feel it flowing now? What about 4 p.m. tomorrow? There may be a few clouds that aren't lifting you yet. So last week we talked about a great overcoming of a little girl born with no legs, where many of you were here last Sunday, Jennifer Bricker, who was raised with such positive attitude that she just almost unconsciously saw the bright side of things and taught herself to be a wonderful gymnast, only to discover that her childhood idol of Dominique Moceanu, that we saw win the gold medal in the Olympics, in the women's gymnastic Summer Olympics, turns out they were stepsisters. So you can speak to somebody that was here last week or Google it online and look at their story, because Dominique, the famous gymnast, wrote a story about her torturous life. And she did not have the parents that were ideal. And she was abused and emotionally abused by coaches to work with fractures and perform when she was hurt. And yet, she found that positive attitude within her to not only build a wonderful life with family and children, but also to reconcile with her parents. So in thinking about that, I thought, you know, many of you that I know personally have done your own big overcoming. And you may have made an overcoming that isn't even obvious to other people, but it's sure big to you. So the overcomings are great, but what do we do about daily life? How do you maintain a positive attitude when you feel the roller coaster of life pummeling you up and down? Well, one thing is to notice if you have accepted the condition of chronic stress. You know, it's become so commonplace that we think it's natural, but it isn't natural. Natural is feeling good and safe and happy and free. Commonplace, though, has become chronic stress, to where we speak about things making us so anxious. I have anxiety. Things making us angry. I'm so mad about this, that, or the other. Things upsetting us, somebody hurting our feelings. Or now it's also very popular to come out with the bad girl, mean guy sort of stuff, where something crosses your path that you don't like and you attack with angry postings. Now with Facebook, oh my goodness, you can post all kinds of nasty things. And the kicker on that is that there's some fun in doing that. I know, because I'm sharp and fast, and I used to have a very quick tongue and enjoy slicing people off at the knees. And I would do it ever so smoothly with a smile on my face. And I would take on anybody. The head of the Department of Endocrinology at the University of Pittsburgh, when my dad's care wasn't the way I thought it should be in 1994. I've learned to do that differently. It's not that we ignore the things that are needing to be changed in our life or the things that are confronting us, but when you use any sort of negative style where you're not feeling good about it from the good vibes that you innately have inside, you will ultimately undermine yourself. The body has a way of knocking you down when you don't learn it another way. Many of us have experienced all kinds of physical disorders, cancer, and we have also seen people that appeared to be very healthy just drop dead. So, not that every person who has a sudden heart attack, I'm not saying it's because of chronic stress, I'm just saying to be aware. If you are living with chronic stress as if it's normal, and the way to ease chronic stress, if you're not an attacker, there's always pharmaceuticals. Watch a little TV and you'll find exactly what you need to ask your doctor for. There's always the ability to run out and have a smoke. You can certainly eat whatever unhealthy stuff might feel good at the time. I prefer Dunkin' Donuts, Bavarian cream filled. There's the whole deal of having noise on all the time, the TV, on and on and on and on. And if you're not already fueled with chronic stress and you tune to any of the media channels now posing as news, you will have chronic stress. Because what has happened in our own lifetime here is a we-they situation that we live our life by. It's just not politics. We are learning to live our life in a we-they style. And I would call your attention to a writer. You may know the name, Martin Buber. He was a philosopher and educator, wrote in German and Hebrew. He grew up in Israel, born in Austria. And he has a work that is called I and Thou. And his teaching, his argument in that 1923 book that many psychologists still use today, is the idea that we have two opposite attitudes towards others. And it feeds two different types of relationships. There is the I-it relationship. He called it I-it. It's what we know today as we-they, where people are objects almost. You expect them to do what you want them to do. You expect things to be the way you want it to be. And when it isn't that way, you turn against that person. It's using our judgment factor over much to be judging, judging, judging. And whether it's going to the attack side or going to the hurt side, you hurt me. You hurt my feelings. That sort of thing. That's I-it. It will undermine your emotional and your physical body. What Buber taught was the I-thou relationship. When you live with a sense of respect and appreciation for other people. Because I think one thing that happens to us on our spiritual path, we become somewhat self-righteous. And we have to guard against that. Because whoever it is that you're angry with at the moment, calling a jerk or an idiot or whatever other things that pop into our mind and pretty fast out our mouth. That could be you. That probably was you. And it may be you. Why don't you ask some of the people you live with? Why don't you remember times when you've been a jerk? We all have. Times when you've said hurtful things. We all have. The I-thou relationship cuts people some slack. It doesn't condone negative and hurtful behavior, but it comes from a place of knowing that that could be me, and I'm here by virtue of who knows how many thousands or millions of decisions and impact from other people got me to where I am today. But the I-thou relationship, keep it on your mind this week as you travel about. And the more you notice other people, the more let your noticing just be noticing. Don't turn it into judgment over every little thing. Let people be who they are, and you will feel from within you a greater sense of joy and happiness. You see, we all want a sense of control over our lives. We struggle when things are beyond our control. And some of us have conditioned ourselves to wanting to control every little thing. You notice every little thing at home and at work and with your friends, and the stress in you just builds. We can control our life because we can control our perception, we can control our attitude, and we can control our reaction. Dennis Merritt Jones is a spiritual author that some of you may follow on Facebook or some of his writings. He has a book called The Art of Uncertainty, How to Live in the Mystery of Life and Love It. And he says, the earthbound part of us cherishes the illusion that there is security in knowing what the future holds and in doing things our way. But attachment to this illusion keeps us stuck in the zone of the known, where we resist growth and we resist change at all costs. He says that when that happens to us over a period of time, a vital part of our soul withers, and you become less and less the joyful person that you could be in life. So here's a nugget to ponder. Stress isn't caused by external situations. Stress is not caused by the storms in your life. Stress is caused by the way we handle what is happening in our life. So in clearing out my books to bring in for our book nook and our future book sale, I forgot I had this book. I don't even remember if I ever read it, but the title grabbed me, Prisoners of Our Thoughts. It's a wonderful book. Dr. Alex Patakos wrote it, and it's inspired and deals a lot with the work of Viktor Frankl. Some of you know of Viktor Frankl, who was a great physician who suffered through the Holocaust. He saw all the tortures of his wife, his parents, other family, all killed in the Holocaust. He survived and went on to write and teach because he saw what it was that helps us survive. He saw what it is that keeps you going in the most despairing of times, in his case, the Holocaust. And he calls it meaning. And his great book is Man's Search for Meaning. According to this author, there are different ways you can use your will. You can use your will to gain power. You can use your will to have pleasure. And of course, we use all of these things. But he is suggesting that for positive attitude, positive living, we use our will to know that there is meaning in every little thing. There's meaning in every reach that you make to a new person. There's meaning in gathering together. And it always has meaning for you. If you can get your judgment factor out of the way and come from that I-thou place and see, wow, what do I want to know from this? What can I learn? What can I change? Viktor Frankl, the man I was just talking about that survived the Holocaust, wrote that between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space lies our freedom and power to choose our response. And in that response lies our growth and our freedom. When we don't choose, when we aren't aware, we run the risk of going to a negative kind of reaction that may not even appear to slow you down for decades. But if we learn to pause, reflect on what our response is going to be, it only takes a split second. Come from that I-thou place. Notice, is there something that keeps coming up for you? A certain kind of issue? A certain way that you tend to feel hurt when maybe the person beside you heard the same thing and they don't understand why you feel hurt? Do you have a tendency towards anger? Do you have a way that you notice something that you, when you give it some thought, know you're a little beyond normal range on that? If that's the case, you've become a prisoner of your thoughts. And this is the week to dig into that and understand that everything that is happening to us is an opportunity for us to grow a little bit more into a little more joy and peace. So where's change trying to happen in your life? Look at the things that are happening and see where change is popping up. And notice that when you approach things calmly, they will smooth out. You will have the power of God at your disposal. You will notice it. Oh, this situation took care of itself. My credit card was used this week. As I sat at an appointment and my Chase fraud alert went off, did you make this? We've declined this $1 charge at a gas station in South Miami. I was at Commercial and US 1. Uh-oh. I have taught myself not to panic. I pressed the return. No, this is not my charge. Soon they called. Nope, this isn't my charge. Okay, no problem. No other charges on the card. Everything else was fine. Sure, they sent me a new card, and sure, I had to spend an hour changing all my automatic pay. But it was smooth. It was easy. I didn't even have to get on the phone and tell everybody about it. So when we get ourselves, and believe me, I don't do this all the time, but I'm working on it. When you can catch yourself from what you know will be an overreaction, when you can catch yourself, it feels so good. And I guarantee you that the outcome will smooth out, and it will be different. Ernest Holmes in The Science of Mind says, "Nature will not let us stay in any one place too long. She will let us stay just long enough to gather the experience necessary to unfolding and advancement of the soul. This is a wise provision, for should we stay there too long, we would become too set, too rigid, too inflexible. Nature demands change in order that we may advance." Isn't that a kicker? We are programmed to grow. We are programmed to advance. whether we want to or not. So if some people around you have been complaining that you're inflexible and rigid, believe them. Take a look at those areas. Don't attack them back. They're probably inflexible and rigid too, because you see the law of attraction has brought you, them, and them, you, but don't go there in that conversation. Remember the I, thou. Just thank them for their input and take yourself into your own introspection about it. You see, our life journey is like a labyrinth. Many of you have walked a labyrinth. It's not a maze that you get frighteningly stuck in and can't get out. It's not a puzzle that can't be solved. There's one way in. And when you follow that path around and around and around, it takes you to the outer edges. It brings you back to the center. You can rest in the center for a while, and you see the way back out again. And that is like our life. Our journey is a labyrinth, but when we walk it slow enough, aware enough to see where our steps are going on the path, we come out the other side, having had a wonderful experience. And you will find yourself at the end of your life, ready to face whatever that next chapter is, but knowing that you've done it with the growth and the maturity that nature calls forth in all of us, from the smallest of animals and plants to human beings. We are absolutely programmed to be bolder and wiser and more powerful, and to add meaning to everything that we do. That is our gift of spirit. So my tips for you today would be to notice and assess your situation. And while you're doing that, remind yourself of the faith in yourself that you will be shown the right outcomes so that you don't overthink it. Then grasp what the lesson may be, what the meaning may be. What are your values in this situation? If you value honesty, if you value peace, here's your challenge with how to handle it. And then watch it resolve itself as you get out of the way. You see, attitude is just the difference between seeing life as an ordeal and life as an adventure. Life as an adventure is a great ride, and we have such fun sharing it together. I'm going to close with this wonderful quote by Gary Zukav. The pains that you suffer, the loneliness that you encounter, the experiences that are disappointing or distressing, the addictions and seeming pitfalls of your life are each doorways to awareness. Each offers you an opportunity to see beyond the illusion that serves the balancing and the growth of your soul. Have a wonderful, adventurous week ahead. Thank you. And now we want to give our attention to the wonderful giving that you are all contributing towards. Our Unity facility here is totally supported by your gifts, your love offerings, and by your dedicated tithing. And some of you are continuing to step on up there and take the challenge of tithing your income. And I know you're excited about the results happening from that, and we're certainly excited as we have the funds necessary to continue to grow and be more here at Unity of Pompano. So thank you ever so much for everything you give and every way you serve here. You just pitch in and help so wonderfully. I hope you'll all stay for our town hall meeting so we can talk about some of those things in more detail. But right now, would you hold your gift in your hand? If you've already given on a monthly basis, just fold your hands together and know that you want to bless those gifts in circulation. Together, with a grateful heart, I acknowledge God as source of all that is. Today, I declare good for myself and all others. Good is mine. Good and more good is mine. And ever-increasing good is mine. Everywhere I go, I see this good. I feel it, I experience it. I freely give it, and it multiplies itself around me. And so it is. Amen.
Listen as your day unfolds, challenge what the future holds. Try to keep your head onto the sky. Lovers, they may cause you tears. Go ahead, release your fears. Stand up and be confident, don't be ashamed to cry. You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, you gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool, you gotta be calm, you gotta stick together. All I know, love will save the day. Hear what your mother said, read the books your father read. Try to solve the puzzles in your own sweet time. Some may have more cash than you, others take a different view. My, oh my, You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, you gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool, you gotta be calm, you gotta stick together. All I know, love will save today. Time asks no questions, it goes on without you. Leaving you behind, you if you set the pace. World keeps on spinning, can't stop it if you try to. This part is hunger staring you in the face. Ooh, better listen as your day unfolds. Challenge what the future holds. Try to keep your head up to the sky. Lovers, they may cause you tears. Go ahead, release your fears. My, oh my, You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, you gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool, you gotta be calm, you gotta stick together. All I know, love will save today, yeah, yeah. You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. You gotta be blunt, you gotta be tough, you gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool, you gotta be calm, you gotta sit together. All I know, love will save the day. 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 Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Laura, and our wonderful music team. And our children are in from Sunday school. Do any of you want to come up to the stage with me? Come on if you do.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I wanna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Oh, you decided to come up with us. Good. Wanted to say hi to Mom. Hi, Mom. Any adults want to come up on the stage? They're afraid. Shay just told me that it's Mia's birthday. Happy 7 to Mia. So good to see all of you. Shall we lead the prayer for protection? You can see it on the screen. You can read. Let's all stand together and close. Who wants to lead? You got it? Next time you can do it. Okay, and your name is Aiden.
Aiden.
Ready, everybody?
Thought of God surround us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, and the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we go, God is, and so it is.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. God has created her, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment, peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth. Let it begin with me. God bless you, everyone. Have a great week.